Hello, everybody! Taking root in your hearts, it's your world tree, Miggy. Hi, everyone! Hi, 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 hi! Wow! So, what are we doing? We're gonna do more Disco Elysium. So, about earlier, as you might know, I did try streaming Marvel Rivals. It did not go well. Yeah, my PC did not play nice with that at all. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna do more Disco Elysium, and I kind of want to just get right to it. So, wow! There it is. So I also do have my dinner that I'm gonna be just finishing. Got chicken. So, day 2. Turn that up. Knock, knock.
The door is closed. Still nothing.
Damn, they do not want to leave their room. Fucked up, honestly. What the hell? So there's a lot more here now. Excuse me.
Morning.
Morning.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging him. The circumstances in Martinez. My preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them. And it won't be easy.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for safe policing. I think it's them.
Are these the men Guard told us about
I
yesterday?
completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There's so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war.
Oh.
So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Alright, let's roll.
One more thing before we do.
Oh.
We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Okay.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
Yeah.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to
I
say
am
about the
curious.
murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay.
Can I help you?
About my bill
Got
for
the 20
tonight?
real?
I do.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Lena. What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was
Nah.
just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Also,
Effense
I forgot to say
smile
hi,
tells
Wavy.
you she appreciates the effort. But at the
Wavy.
moment, her mind is on more serious matters.
Hope you're doing good.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Why do you need to use the phone
To
anyway?
let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
That's not good.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Has your husband gone missing
That's
before?
just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
No. What is this expedition your husband
Just
was
some
on?
field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken.
Oh!
Could this be it?
The waterlock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Well, you know, it's bought by a big butter billboard. It fell right into the water.
Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Haha, bottom.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder
The
investigation.
fuck is he talking
And
about?
if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I
Oh,
get
you're
there.
such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now, ma'am. Oops. Thank you, Jess. I totally forgot to do that. Thank you. Good night, Jess. I love you. Mwah. Meow. Oh, yeah, let me hydrate. Finished off my Gatorade. Love, Jess. Mwah. I kind of want to just talk to them. Thank you, Jess. The Chad. The Chadette. Yeah, let's hear what he has to say.
Over here.
Oh? What's up?
Let me handle this.
Oh? The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, lieutenants. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
You're not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh. All right, let's talk seriously.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
Yeah? She points to the man sitting in the middle of the
That's
room.
Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay?
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
If I want to talk to you,
What
not
you
Titus.
want is of no significance, officer. Don't test
Hi,
your
Lolly.
authority. In
I
Martinez,
hope
you
that
are no one.
you have a good night. I should talk to Titus then. But also, what's that on the floor? It's a bowl. They're spinning it, reading tobacco. Fuck yeah, the Miku skin is so peak. Yes, money. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Yeah, the Neko
This is where you
Miku.
say your bed.
Broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective,
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Okay. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Woo! The shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his
You
forehead.
might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Let me scan
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Yes, falling out of line to please him. This is the best kind. And now this guy is going to...
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yet. Says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck.
use it to take a dig at his friend. Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Blonde
No
man.
one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos. The man must be either a mask or some...
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly. The last one is a bit of a black sheep.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see.
Too late.
Oh.
You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this.
What can I use it
Fucking
for?
say something already!
The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it?
Pretty boy. You guys really love talking about
I mean,
that
yeah,
pretty
he's
boy.
kind of...
funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's
Container
neck?
belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes. Why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
There's a catch hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a cat.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that? No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt
Like, what was
remorse
it,
for
3?
them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if it was worse than dying. Look, I'm... Oh! It's annoying having to set it back up each time. Okay. So we have this choice to make. I am actually kind of unsure here. It's like... I'll go with the first one. These are all bad people, criminals, scum of the earth.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him.
Alright, why did you kill him then?
'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
Alright.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
How do you know he was in Special Forces?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Alright.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Well,
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
okay. Besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Okay, sorry. Done with my dinner.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Oh?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Lieutenant's trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name.
All right.
That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
All right, who called the shots
Are
that
you
night?
deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest A Hardy Boy, without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
One of them was more complicit than the other.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
So when did this hanging incident
You
occur?
don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
Oops. Okay. He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
So what are we gonna do
Officer,
now?
Your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
We already know how he killed him, but let's just ask him.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
first, tell me who's cracking under the pressure. This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey, you having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Wasn't he a trained killer from Orange's special forces? If yes, then how did he manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
Shit.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Okay, where did this overpowering happen?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Right. I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
So what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group
Yeah, something
responsibility,
ain't right.
we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
It's a white check. Very low one. I'm gonna take off now. I don't want to do it right now. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait it out. Alright, interesting. So, they say that it was them, but that doesn't seem right. Alright, so now we're on day 2, but I'm wondering if anything's changed. And if so, who can we talk to now? We can talk to the boss man. And,
A rusting control. This panel usually closes the water lock. You pull the lever all the way up and nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back. Wasn't there a sign over there saying fun?
listen, I don't know what day of the fucking week it is, okay? I don't know what day of the fucking week it is. There's nothing that says what day of the week it is. Probably Tuesday, I guess. It's Tuesday, innit, bruh? Alright, they're all still here. Yeah, let's just go.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. And the unlocked drawer, the drawer. So
I need an volition. Ooh, ooh, ooh! What the fuck? Ooh, what was that? That was not pleasant. That was very not pleasant. Oh my lord. I'm so sorry about that. I do not know why it did that. That did come through, right? Like, it wasn't just me being insane. That weird, like, static moment. That was bizarre. Anyways. Alright, Mr. Hi, Jay.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Open the door, you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen
Yes,
to
it's the
stumble
first
in and
time
see what's
today.
inside the apartment, did you?
there is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
I may have got inside and seen a collection of racist mugs.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
The mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the trash of the hangman's clothes.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people, with the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you. Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
There's more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton.
Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about
By
it.
now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on, you have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical,
Oh.
and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality...
Hi, Rach. I know, right? Actually, there was a disco ball last time. There was a disco ball in our weird fucking dream. Go
Now,
on.
I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury.
So
of
this
staying
really
in my
was
container, you
a
see.
disco
If I need
Elysium.
to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Like the taxi. Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should
That
try
does
it.
sound pretty fun, actually.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company
Also, hi,
hired,
Rach.
I
Need
think
a
there
shout
were
out.
3 of them, all hardened commando types.
I didn't try because this game is very not intensive. I did forget to try. I did ADHD out of my brain.
One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
I mean, like, sure, he doesn't sound like a great guy.
Negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers... are
Hello,
not
Goose. Like some OBS settings or something. Oh, thank you, Rach. Mwah, mwah. Have a good eat. Yeah, there's... Okay, so there is, like, one setting in the output, the psycho-visual tuning. Enables encoder settings that optimize use of bitrate for increased perceived visual quality, especially in situations with high motion, at the cost of increased GPU utilization. Disco Elysium is actually using a fair bit. What the fuck? So basically, it's for it to be smoother. And there's like a lot of things happening on screen. I just turned it off. So let's keep an adaptive. Oh, okay. Yes, so I just turned it off. I'm not really seeing a difference in the GPU, but it might just be because of the game. But like the game is for some reason taking up a lot of GPU. It's under the output settings. It's under the output settings. Yeah, it is I like your funny words, Magic Man moment. It very much is.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does.
Yeah.
Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in on it?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Well, who's how they did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't
Where do
involve
I
manual labor,
where do I see that?
Neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
Hang on, where would I see that? In-game FPS counter at the top left. Well, it's running at 120 FPS. That doesn't seem necessary. How do I limit it? How do I limit that? Where do I go to limit that? NVIDIA control panel? Okay, hang on. Yeah, it doesn't look like this game. Okay, where do I see that? I'm clearly very smart. Would it be... So I'm in the control panel. Here, monitor, no. Displacing, okay, hang on. Okay, display settings, advanced display settings. The refresh rate is 120 hertz. It is 120 hertz. Yes. I'm looking for... I'm looking for where it actually, like, can change... I'm looking at the NVIDIA control panel, and it doesn't, like, have... ...3D settings. Okay. Image settings? Okay, manage 3D settings. Program settings. Oh, God. Okay, so now I need it to... Hang on, it's loading. It is taking its sweet time. It is currently... Oh. Well, for now, let's continue. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to
Okay,
make
I
sure
found
bad
it.
things don't happen. And if they already have,
Oh, there's
well,
so many.
punishment must follow.
Okay, wait. So I'm looking for max frame rate. Set it to 60. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably actually do it. It's settings under output.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening
So
the
should
land."
I... Like...
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Okay, wait. So... Should I default everything to be lowered to 60? Should I default the max to be 60? And then for only certain games raise it? But, like, it would make a lot of things easier to just set the global rate and then just make it specific things, right? Because, like, most games don't need over 60, do they?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried.
Well, let's
Was
conclude
it
for
a good
now.
talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here.
Give me a sec, I have to close the world.
Wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yeah?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of
Yeah,
the
it's a
left.
checkbox.
I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
We are!
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What's that supposed to be? I'm more left than you are.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You
I
know
ha-
it
me?
is. Company snitches,
Or
agent
Goose?
provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
I mean, that sounds fine. If I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter.
I mean, it
cul-de-sac is
only
right
runs
past the
lighter
pawn shop on
depending on the
Canal.
game.
I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca
Yeah.
in the Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Alright, I'm gonna leave now. And by leave, I mean this. Why did it just fucking auto-save? Let me see. Yeah, there's no... Okay. So I'm gonna close that. Set to 60. And we're gonna reopen it. And see what it looks like. I'm wondering... Okay, VTube Studio is not running at that. I'm wondering if VTube Studio can... Or maybe that has its own. Okay. Yes. Application, just set it to 60. That'll be fine. Does it not? Yep, it is sitting at 60 FPS. Now let's see what my load is. Oh, wow. Okay. That dropped it a lot. Oh, you know what? VTube Studio is using CPU more than GPU. Anyways, yeah, that worked.
Mr. Dubois.
Thank you, Rach.
You don't have to sit down this time.
You a real one. Hang on. I hate having to do this every time. Okay. So I will be keeping that FPS thing on. I'm making a... I should, like, write this down somewhere. Hang on. Okay, I noted it down. It has been noted. Okay, can we go over details within murder again?
Certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
Yeah, I will check that out. I'll see what it's running at. Maybe after stream. And then you said there was some other thing I can try. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
Now, does it need to be? It might need to be open. Hang on. There it is, Marvel Rifles. Max frame rate on, set it to 60 and apply. Keyframe intervals. Where is that? Oh. Okay, I did that. What even is the keyframe interval, though? Like, I just changed it, but what even is it?
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry.
Uh-huh. So, what is the 2S then? So, like, what is it? Oh! It's checking if anything changes on screen? Is that... rather than checking it all the time? I actually haven't, but I think I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So basically it compiles the pixels or something.
These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an
Well, whatever, I
scout
changed
under
it.
my gates.
To the up to the recommended,
So
so
you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
you mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist
7.
democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked
7?
into gear when
How many
Titus
were there
took the
there?
reins and named the group after himself.
I feel like
Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they
Good
only
night,
have the best
Rach.
interests
Yeah, thank you
of
for your help.
Martinez
I
and
really
Rivershore in
appreciate it.
mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
I met these Hardys. Can you ask them to cooperate
But
with me?
of course. It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded
Excellent.
this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving it to
I'm
me?
not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Yeah, I don't need it. I wanted you to help me with the Hardy
No, I
Boys.
wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there.
Hmm.
But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Let's
By
change
all
the
means,
subject.
Harry.
I'm gonna leave. Alright, let's go see. I need to see something. He said 7 of them. Like, that was very emphasized. Which leads me to think that... Hey, can you, like... There we go. Just a kahuna on a stroll to the Laguna. I'm just a kahuna. Yeah, I think I've decided I'm gonna just play Shining Pearl on my own. And I'm insane, and I am gonna shiny hunt Arceus. Which, yes, I know is having to do soft resetting. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna lose my mind. Gonna lose my fucking mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. But is she not one?
I've got nothing to say to you.
What's
Why
your
are
role
you-
in all
like
this?
I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
Maybe we'll talk later.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Me and Everett talked. He promised he'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you.
I mean,
Is that it, lawman?
I wouldn't put it like that.
What's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
You're very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now, fuck do you think I'm?
Yeah, Everett is kind of a mommy,
You'd
not
have
gonna
your
lie.
ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word.
Hi, Mr. Gamer.
Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Oh.
About fucking time.
Wait, but there's nothing else? Or can I go back through and get other things now? What was the thing? I need to raise volition. I want to raise authority.
Looks like the circus left town.
I don't think anything's taking it. I just don't have a lot in it. I think is just kind of what it is. Because, like, I think he just needs a high authority stat for... No, that was +2. That was +2. Oh. Oh, you're right. Oh, it's the glasses. What's up, Dredge?
Looks like the circus left town. But
Oh my god. Okay, no, that's kind of a banger. I mean, it's still not a lot. I'm gonna put those back on for now. I mean, it's a red one. I don't want to fail a red one. A good one.
Yes? Hello?
Yeah, it was. It said it was a red check. Oh, no, it was a white one.
Me?
I just,
No,
like...
I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really.
I don't know. I
want to
don't
disturb
want to
her.
fail that one for some reason. Something in my brain is like...
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
What you
Looking
doing?
for something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
All right. Okay. Shut up. Yeah, I'm red and white colorblind. I'm very sensitive about it. Come on, let me jump over there. Let me see what our tasks are. Oh, so it was on Monday. Okay, so it's Tuesday. Listen, Kim and I, we're besties, okay? Kim just, like... He really has the hots for me, okay? I keep looking at his junk. He is constantly bricked up.
Looks like the circus left town.
Why did I say that?
The clowns are still here.
All right, I'm gonna do the failure, just to see what happens.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Yowie! Old man Yowie! Old man Yowie! All right, which one's the funny one? Stomp your feet? First you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit! Oh, we can do all of them. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping, point your finger. Kim, I need your gun. That is so funny. Let's go. Wait, do we get to go through all of them, or... All right, let's do 3.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea.
Exactly.
I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
What? Who? Me? What is it?
Yes, you. Stop talking out loud. You sound like you're unraveling.
All right, calm down. This is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun, not after the last time.
Shit.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Trust me, Kim, I am merely flesh. I am merely flesh. Is fucking hilarious. I am merely flesh. Okay, all right, vote. You guys are guiding this. Y'all know what the funniest one is. Oh, yeah, I am merely flesh is a banger. All right.
Merely what?
He doesn't quite catch that last word. A brief moment passes in silence,
Be careful. It's loaded.
He unholsters and gives you his firearm. Feels oddly light and buzzing in your hand, like a
Good.
toy.
Now put it in your mouth.
I want to argue, but I want to point it at
I want
them.
you pointed at them. Quit your whining. Everyone knows how to do that. You're a special man. You're going to point it at yourself. Go ahead. Show them.
All right, I'm putting the barrel in my mouth.
What are you doing?
The short gold barrel touches your lips. It tastes like iron in
Genuine
hell.
panic flies across the lieutenant.
What is the point of this?
Fellas, you getting any of this?
All right. Which one? We can pull the trigger? We can just pull the trigger? Okay, so the first one? Okay, these are my thoughts. This is my head.
What in the name of motherfuck?
The fuck is he saying?
Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun.
You'll never get what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
The cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun.
You better get ready to fucking respect me in 5, 4, 3.
He's not gonna off himself. Come on.
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2.
2, 1. Do it. Get this one thing right. No. Give it to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. It's not too late. You can still spin this as some kind of tactic.
Ratan, we can't have any fun if you kill yourself. Painting the booth red with your brain sounds like a real blast now, but what about later?
Oh my
It'll
God.
be nothing.
I'm not fucking this case up! You will respect me!
We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping at all.
Yeah, cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
Chat, I kind of want to do it. Does anything funny happen if we do it, or does it just like... When was the last save? I mean... It wasn't that long ago, I don't think. I mean, like, it's probably fine, right? Like, we can look. 1819 at O. So that was like 20 minutes ago? Wait, what? No, that cannot be right. That literally cannot be right. Because less than 20 minutes ago was when we did that change. Like, fuck it, we ball.
Deranged cop killed. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised. Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place, commented he was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
All right. I mean, true.
Mr.
Like,
Dubois. Most certainly, Harry. How
let's just like...
these...
So you
said it.
He's not scared of them.
Oh, Liz is a... Oh, old Theo.
Interesting.
They're almost work with them. How? But of...
You can...
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. Oh, I wasn't offered... By all means, Harry.
Okay. There, we're caught back up. We're literally caught back up already. Exactly. Like, the most I do is save a skill point for, They really are. And also, fuck it, we ball. And then doing that is fucking insane behavior.
The file cabinet stands steady
Volition.
as ever, and the unlocked the drawers.
Don't have anything that improves volition, right?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever.
There we
Whatever's
go.
hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
All right, look at the
It
note.
appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for
One
Everard.
of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Does. Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the drawer slide.
All right. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so we didn't get anything new out of...
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I
Do
supposed
something
to...
important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Fair
Even
enough.
at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look.
So there's this YouTube channel I've been watching, Roanoke Gaming, and he does like... He's like, I think, a microbiologist or whatever. At least he used to be. And he, like, goes over, like, you know, fictional viruses and, like, you know, their, you know, origins and, like, the science behind it, potential or stuff like that. But he's also, like, very into cars, so he'll randomly comment on cars in the movie or game. It's very funny. It's very funny. He just, like, goes on a little side tangent about... Now, they're getting into a very specific year, make, model, which is a nice car, or whatever he says. It's very funny. It is really interesting. That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it backing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Yeah, right? I don't know if he is on the spectrum or if it's just like a thing of his. I do not know. It is funny either way. That's what, a 7-liter V12? I don't know what these words are.
Supercharged.
Oh, damn.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
You need to slam it, kid. Make it more imposing.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
Drop the ride 200 mil. Get the camber to frosty minuses.
That's porno tuning.
Trust me, it's cool.
Porno. That's short for pornography.
Yes.
The sole purpose of pornography is to stimulate one's visual sense to evoke sexual arousal.
Yeah.
The same is true with the modifications you're proposing.
So what's wrong with pornography?
That's a negative on the porno. Thank you, though.
No one in the history of convictions has been more sure of anything.
Alright, let's move. Lame! I didn't realize you were so lame, Kim. God. Does it have anything new to say? Oh. Those are funny words. Oh.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
I need interfacing,
your
electrochemistry, and
adorned
encyclopedia.
With expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oh!
In it.
Okay, our electrochemistry is now at +2.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
It's still a 3%?
Your face, adorned, still not
Fuck.
happening. It won't come off that easy.
It won't? Oh. Oh well. We'll get it eventually. We'll change that portrait eventually.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Oh.
And what's gonna happen?
Yeah, let me state this very clearly.
Alright, I just wanted to get that back. Because I don't know if that winds up being important to have noted. Let's go try talking to that whammon again. The whammon. Wait, what does? Oh, right, the authority check, right.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you
What
do?
we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Damn.
A billion?
Well, exactly is a billion.
It's a number, officer. A big one.
What is it made of?
1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
So where does Wild Pines get all these billions?
As an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Easterlers 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
That's a lot of words.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor.
Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Well, that's such a huge system along with a place like this.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world? That's quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Okay, tell me about this alleged drug
Quite
trafficking.
straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The fat guy.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the
Oh, that too. The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
What proof do you have that the Union is
How
involved?
do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, but she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Okay, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Take this case, probe the driver, see what it yields.
According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Thank you, that's all for now. Alright, let me see what timed things. Oh, we could have done that last night. Shit. Alright, so now what? I guess we'll go talk to some people. It's day 2. Oh, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so there were like... Is it these?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
What's going on here?
Jam, my man.
What's the
It's
jam?
A traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, and all around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout. Sounds Jewish. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Okay, what are you actually
Can't even
hauling?
get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're
We're
hauling.
pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
So that's your machine
It's
behind
Rocky
you.
Beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, these lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Laurent Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long.
I had
The
another
man
question.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into
Damn it.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
You look sad. What's going on with
I'm
you?
okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it.
Mood.
Don't be a
I'm good for
stranger.
now. Alright, he's not the one. There's a path there. About you.
The woman still has her eyes fixed.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like magician recalling a subject back from hypnosis. You told her back
The
to
smile on
reality.
her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be
Back
then?
in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerra. Until you came along, that is.
I have some questions for you. Police
Why
questions.
not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds,
Of course
really?
not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
It would be marvelous. What are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own
I
lorry?
quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Well, the cargo is
Then
contraband.
it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
I don't want to say she knows a thing or two about drugs. That's a fucking insane thing to say.
Diamond. Of course, whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I quit concerning my...
She says that as
You got
if
high off driving a lorry?
It's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Doesn't make sense minding your own
Of course it does.
business.
What did you expect?
Fine, I'll
What
say
do
it.
I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can
The
buy.
adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest.
It's not only what I was getting
Then
at.
What were you getting at?
What is it that you're hauling
Your
exactly?
man, Lowman. What of it?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
Okay, well, you said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be
Since
drugs?
this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
Drugs?
No, Lowman. Diamonds.
I didn't ask about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman.
What do you mean
should
they're
try
good
them
for you? I'm not
sometime.
eating them.
Make yourself
What?
pretty like Eva de Zoras.
You had to guess. Who do you think is smuggling drugs around
Easy.
here?
He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
If you're not involved with drug trafficking, then why are you still
Where
waiting
do you
here?
want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah.
Yes, go.
Alright. I mean, it could be her unknowingly. If she doesn't, if she doesn't care. But there's no one else.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Frit? The fuck is Fritte? This guy?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. The name, Sile.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
Oh, that guy.
Cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. You're?
You
Okay,
feel
we
a
talked to
twitching of
him.
Index fingers. There's a finger shootout a brewing.
Whip him out.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Oh, it's a
Come
shakedown.
on, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. That's funny. I'm really here to shake it down for some answers to official police questions.
No need
Damn.
to twist this
I
one.
want your money now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's just the only thing I can come up with.
Are you trying?
Sorry, detective.
Alright, I'll fuck it. But wait, it gets... Oh, that's just the temporary? I'm still learning. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how is this going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
Oh, got it. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
You're lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
So you're not smelling drugs out of
Not in,
Martinez?
not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So why are you still hanging around here? Most of the other lorrymen have
What
left.
do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one more with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
Yeah, right? If it's not you, then who's running drugs
Isn't
from
it
Criminal B?
obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Wait, the street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanux lorry. His tribe are natural liars.
Oh.
It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Seem to pay Sealing a visit
Guess
then.
so.
We're done for now. Alright. We're getting somewhere here. I guess today's a drug trafficking investigation kind of day. But I'm concerned because we do still need money.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
So, what's your stance on drugs?
I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah!
I love this guy. I'm super into drugs.
Very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your
Who
lorry.
said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
He has a point. That guy is a racist.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me?
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
She, okay?
Ooh.
The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Is the lady driver the woman back there?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
Should be associated with the Hardy
I
Boys.
don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
So who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
All right.
I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
All right, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives.
Where are you from?
It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
Well, you're not a local, are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais from the Sigai province.
Gay! See gay! I see gay and I get happy.
You know?
Apricots are delicious.
The
Make
apricot
Pokeballs out of
sovereignty
them.
is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
Fraught, you say?
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits.
Oh, it's like Banana Republic. I'll leave you to it for now. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Fraught, no fraught. Fraught, no fraught. Fraught, no fraught. Oh. The lady driver, huh?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this
I don't
lady
wanna talk
driver?
about that.
My, do you know something? What is
Man,
it?
I was hoping she'd catch a break. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some mastermind evildoer. And I don't know where she is.
What does she look
A
like?
youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
So what's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Again, not a lie as far as you can
But who is she to
A
you?
friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Alright,
Damn, I don't
when did
wanna-
she leave?
Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
Yeah.
The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Said she's troubled.
She's
How?
got the darkness in her.
Darkness!
That young person's
Imprisoning
darkness, you
me!
think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her.
I
You're
heard
not?
the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hold on, her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
Sounds like ours. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one.
All right.
The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something. Push Tommy, and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Yeah, no. Fine, we'll drop that for now.
Thank you, friend.
All right, what has he got?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady
I
driver?
don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dark gong. You get a bad feeling about it. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan.
Oh?
Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Ooh.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you
Well,
were.
I see.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking
Whoa!
thief.
I like
I'm not
this.
scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it.
Fuck.
It won't be easy to break him.
Alright, we're done for now. Making sure there's nothing that's taking off half-light.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off
42%.
again?
I don't want to save Scum. We can... Oh, hi, guys. Wait, who's Renee? Wait, who is Renee? Also, hi guys. Calls you a slur. Calls you a slur right back. Slash positive.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel...
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
I found your guard
Yes,
booth.
the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He feels like
Just
he
like
has to
my-
justify himself for some reason.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You look happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the
Yes,
yard.
it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night.
Oh?
Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why do you want to leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
Alright.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
So who was working your shift that
No
night?
one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly
The
decorative?
possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Which one of these is most communist? Because this is extremely... This feels very, not? I don't like that one. Okay, no, this is capitalist. God, what's the most communist one here? Well, everyone working together, right? That's like communist or something. Like, I'm thinking on which one I do. Like, I kind of.
Can we conclude the topic of my guard?
Yes.
Yes.
I got an achievement.
Yes. Like I said.
Got an achievement. Yes, I'm a police with morals. Wait, there was a purple. Here.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Him. Look. Let's look closer.
The
First.
faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Him, look, bullet holes. Point to the chips in the
There.
wall.
Those are old.
What do you mean
These
old?
bullets were fired during the revolution. over half a century ago.
Oh,
We do a
damn.
current investigation.
Hey, what can you tell about the revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
I needed Half-Light, right? I think Half-Light was the one I needed. It was something about communism. I can check. Hang on. It was biggest communism builder.
Looking for something, Hunt?
Yes,
Come to tell me.
Half-Light.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to
even.
fuck off again?
Men like
Yes!
this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. Lady Driver's lorry, where is it? Oh, damn.
You, I told you, I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her
How's the
lorry?
monument? Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up.
Alright. It's a green lorry. We're making headway on this. Past the monument. The green lorry.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Let's try peeking
The
the window.
glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers.
Try the handle.
door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How are we gonna get this open,
Use
Kim?
the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Alright, pry bar. Well, it's not a pry bar. Let me see if I have anything for physical instrument. Anything removing physical instrument? Nope, okay.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked with a
Yes!
firm grip. You raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice.
Welcome to Revachol, window!
The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
Says the lieutenant, sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief, then
The
opens
smell
it.
of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat.
Let's pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Fold it.
It's an issue of Petit Feric from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls
Oh.
out from its pages.
Let's pick it up.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
It's an issue. It looks like
the Ulan
the pull-out toolbox.
Alright, let's look at the
These
posters.
are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Study
the
it.
actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Sorry about that. Sorry, had to check something real quick. Alright. Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the looks
Examine the
like
radio.
the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio
For
stations?
contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
What about the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the safe stations?
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that. Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Alright, what else is in
The
here?
smell of a
Check the
you
pedals.
wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
So the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the wheel.
Ow! Hi, Crystal.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Alright.
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This
Also, hi,
means
Crystal.
it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Well, unimportant.
Lesbian! Wait, is she lesbian? I hope so. How do you think this connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Will the RCM open investigation of
We
this?
should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation.
All right.
Sometime later, when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The
What are you
fact
thinking?
that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption.
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Alright, debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Alright. Let's just walk over here. Well, let's give poor Kim's legs a break. Give his poor legs a break. And we're giving his poor legs a break. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with a lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, Where exactly are these eyes
It
located?
doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Oh?
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Strawberries? Alright. What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of
They were
faith?
dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric and not a serious demand, but the stridency of it seems to have spooked them. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our
Who's
relationship
Frank?
is deteriorating.
Oh god, another
They
character.
wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Hang on, I have to grab something real quick.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Oh.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
I have to say, this is not
It is
disco.
very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the
if you
mainsail.
don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Oh.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true.
I mean, given the state of the world, yeah, that seems right.
Badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
All right.
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
How much time do we
Until the
have?
Executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Said the deceased assaulted a woman?
He didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on,
The
then?
remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal
That
say?
man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags.
But
the
that's
hostel by
when-
the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of doctors.
Okay,
got
so
their
it's
hands
same
on him.
day?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea.
Was this woman?
As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel.
What are you talking about, Colonel?
Not much. Their public
Hi,
resume
Doggan.
is relatively good as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lawrence, Eintracht, a warning sign.
It goes.
The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries, guarding facilities, escort missions, and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes, all the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
So this colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know
I
him?
mean, did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was?
Clearly. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Who are the others first?
One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
You still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually.
Whoa!
If that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at
Oh.
the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
Would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
Another
I hope
question
I can
for
answer
you.
it better.
But that's enough.
I'm sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Now,
If there
can
is
you
anything
tell me about
else,
these foot
of course.
tattoos?
Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways.
Oh.
A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of the map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
So what travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could
His
tell me
platoon
more?
members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Need the
Do what
information.
you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Solve the tattoos. Thank you
Is
for your
there
help.
anything else I can help you with?
Thank you, that's all.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye.
Where's it coming
from?
from?
A distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard
Yeah,
lately.
You have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action!
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Alright, one more thing I want to do is talk to the kid. Where the fuck is Kim? 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 Chat, I lost my boy toy. Chat, Kim's gone. Oh, there you are. What the fuck? All right. Sure. Oh, right. All right, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Actually, I'm gonna save it for next time. I'm really tired. Snooze the ads. Yeah, I'm really tired. I'm gonna save the talk with Kuno for next time. But thank you all for joining. Thank you all so much for joining. Let's see who's online to raid. Let's take a look. Senti. Let's raid Senti, who is doing some Doom. Or the My House thing? I don't know. But that's what we're going to raid. We love Senti. So as always, check out all my lovely socials. Join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube. And follow me on Blue Sky. And use my code Iggy10 at checkout on Advanced UG to get 10% off your order. And don't forget the raid message. Make sure you give Senti lots of love. And I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.